And our big story tonight is about what is arguably the world's most popular app. I'm talking about TikTok. It's popular because it has become not only a source of communication, but a source of popular culture as well. But that is not our story tonight. The story lies in a question. Is TikTok fun? Or is it the most widespread system of spying that the world has ever known? Is TikTok a tool through which the Chinese government collects data on users and picks up information? I ask these questions because when India stopped TikTok in 2020, others were reluctant to follow. And today, America and Canada have taken action against this Chinese-owned, Chinese-run application. They have both banned TikTok from government devices and are contemplating a complete ban. And why is that? National security. Let me start with America. This morning, the White House gave the government agencies 30 days to ensure that the app is removed from federal devices. Meaning that in the next 30 days, the app must be eliminated from all phones and systems that are issued by the government of the United States. And why is that? Due to the fear that China could be using this app to snoop on American officials. And Canada has taken a similar step. It has banned this Chinese application from all government-issued devices. And the reason is the same. A growing fear that TikTok could be collecting personal user information and sending it back to the regime that governs its operations.
We're making the decision that for government employees, for government equipment, it is better to not have them access TikTok because of the concerns that people have in terms of safety. This may be a first step. It may be the only step we need to take, but every step of the way, we're going to be making sure we're keeping Canadians safe.
Now, here's the thing. These steps by the US and Canada might impact only a small portion of TikTok's user base. But they could set in motion a wave of suspicion that will affect TikTok severely, especially in the United States. The US House Foreign Affairs Committee is set to vote on a legislation that will give the US President Joe Biden the authority to ban TikTok, which is used by 100 million Americans. Plus, next month, the company's CEO is set to testify before a US Commerce Committee. American observers say the grilling could culminate into the application being completely eliminated from American soil. And they also say such a ban would be unprecedented, unparalleled in its scale and impact. But by saying so, they are overlooking a major precedent, a precedent that India set way back in 2020. In June that year, the Indian government issued a sweeping ban on TikTok, citing issues of privacy and national sovereignty. At that time, TikTok had 200 million users in India. This was its largest market outside the mainland. Within a matter of 24 hours, India decimated this market. And this move came after weeks of escalating tensions, followed by violent clashes along the border. It was a digital strike no one expected. A strike that made China understand that it cannot underestimate India. That if talks and terror cannot go hand in hand with Pakistan, neither can border aggression and business with China. The point I'm trying to make is quite simple. New Delhi dealt with Beijing in the only language that it understands. And that's the language of strength. So why can't the West do the same? What is it so scared of? I ask these questions because for the last 2 years, America has been in two minds about banning Chinese applications. It has been debating the pros and the cons, weighing the costs and the benefits. assessing the gains and losses. And after 2 long years, when it finally does take a decision, it restricts that to federal employees. That's merely a few thousand people. Just what is stopping America from imposing a nationwide ban? Does TikTok pose a threat only to the federal employees? Is it not a threat to the countless American teenagers who use it? Are we to believe that the app is stealing the data of the government officials and not the data of the common man? I mean, what sort of logic are the American policymakers even implementing here? And it's not like they don't have enough evidence. From the FBI to the Pentagon to the CIA, time and again, various government organizations have raised fears that TikTok's owner, ByteDance, could be misusing the personal information of TikTok's American users, that it could be handing this information to the Chinese regime, which could then be using it for propaganda or pushing disinformation. And why just American agencies? TikTok's parent company itself has admitted to unintentional snooping. Have a look at this headline. In December 2020, an internal investigation by ByteDance found that 4 of its employees had inappropriately obtained the data of American TikTok users. And this included the data of 2 American reporters who worked for BuzzFeed and the Financial Times. And it doesn't end here. On your screen is a piece from the year 2018. It is about a meeting organized by the internal party committee of ByteDance. This meeting was to learn how to quote-unquote implement the spirit of national propaganda. Why does a private company have a party committee? Well, because the law in China requires every company to set up party committees. Every company must have 3 or more members of the Communist Party, which means that the Chinese state is present in every boardroom of China. And that's not even all. China's national intelligence law makes it legally binding on all Chinese companies, and I repeat, all companies, to share the data and intelligence. So any Chinese app which says your user data is secure and is not being shared with China is lying. And this includes TikTok. From every video you upload on the app, to how long you watch those videos, to which videos you like, to which videos you share, to any messages that you exchange, your age, your contact list, your address. TikTok is recording all of this about you. And by all means, sharing it with its masters in Beijing. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.